you so much for signing up. You will absolutely not be disappointed. I want this to be the most exciting journey for change that you've ever made. And this is our first session. So for our first session, I want us just to get to know each other a little bit. I want to let you know what's included in the first session, what it involves. I'm in the office now, so please just imagine that you are in the office with me. As I've already said, I've been doing this work for over 20 years. I've been in this particular office for maybe about 10 years. So I want you to make yourself comfortable and just feel that you're with me. Okay? So let's begin about what we are going to cover in this first session. What we are doing is we are preparing you for this procedure. The procedure, as we already mentioned, is the third session. But we want to make sure that we get you ready. I want you to have your body ready. I want you to have your mind ready. So in this particular session, we're going to be focusing on creating a positive mindset, because that's the first part of this work that we do. There's no point in us making changes within the body when the mind is going to still stay the same as it was. So I want your mind to be different. I want your mind to be really positive. So that's a very large part of this particular first session. We're also going to prepare your body nutritionally, which means in this recording, you will be hearing about eating smaller quantities, about eating less food, eating healthy food, making really good choices. But the whole idea of this program is that you will make healthy choices because you want to, not because you have to. I want you to remember this is not a diet. This is a different way of eating. I'm not going to tell you what to eat or what not to eat. The whole idea of this program is that you can actually eat whatever you want, just very small quantities. Because remember, we are going to be convincing your mind that there's a band placed around the top part of your stomach, and this creates a small pouch that only allows a certain amount of food in. So we're preparing you for that in this session. So once again, let's recap what this audio is going to be about, the one that you're going to be listening to shortly. This is going to include creating that positive mindset. It's going to be including eating healthier food, eating less food, drinking lots of water, being much more motivated to exercise or create some form of activity, and having you being able to see yourself the way you want to be. That in a nutshell is what this recording and this first session is all about. But let's break down that a little bit. First, let's talk about exercise. Now, if you have not been exercising at all I want you to do is start doing something. It does not have to be for 40 minutes or even 30 minutes. I don't care if you do something for 5 minutes. I just want to get you into the habit of doing some form of activity regularly. So create a time that's good for you. Earlier in the day is always better if you can do that. If you can only do 5 minutes, do 5 minutes, but just do it consistently. That's the main thing, is do it consistently. If you have a treadmill, get on that for a few minutes. If you stay longer, that's fine. If you want to go for a walk, go to the gym, just start doing it. Do something. Something that creates more activity than what you've been doing. The same applies to drinking water. Whatever amount of water you've been drinking, just drink a little bit more. You don't have to drink those 10 gallons every day. Just drink a small amount, more than what you've been drinking. Everything makes a difference. So we're going to be talking about drinking water, and the same applies for the quantity of food. I don't expect you to cut it in half. I just want you to start eating less. And I'm also going to be giving you permission to leave food. I know so many of us were brought up believing that it was a sin to leave food, and I come from Ireland, everything was a sin. So I don't want this to be a negative for you to leave food on your plate. I want it to really be a positive experience for you, that every time you leave food on your plate you feel great. So that's going to be part of the first session too. We're also going to be talking about making different choices. Now, I want this to come from a place of wanting different choices. Not that you have to make different choices, that you really want fried chicken and you're going to eat carrots, because that's not going to work. We are going to reprogram your mind that you really want to eat healthy food. In fact, the only type of food that's going to appeal to you is healthy food. And you will be amazed at the changes you'll start to see happening. These suggestions are going to be all on this first audio recording. I want to make sure that you listen to this at least once a day. It can be during the day, if you get 20-25 minutes to spare, or if not, then just listen to it when you're going to sleep at night. Please do not worry if you fall asleep while you're listening to it. Just make sure you put it on every single night. Listen to it at least once a day, more if you wish, and start to see the changes. So enjoy the first audio recording, and we will meet again next week. Thank you.